fantastic reality. Continuation. Part 2. Energy forms. The energy form is the main part of a person. Energy forms and material bodies of people. People have learned to live on planet Earth, not knowing who a person really is, not being interested in who, and for what purpose, created the planet on which people live, not understanding why this world was created at all, who maintains the existence of this material world on planet Earth for a long time, in this place of outer space. Some people on planet Earth, having brain structures that can have great capabilities, are in a state of detachment from their true essence, which stifles these people's interest in understanding the reasons for their existence on planet Earth. People living on the planet do not even try to change this detachment in any way. Without touching on a topic that may indicate their lack of independence. They've appeared, it's good, so it's necessary. Beyond this desire, which has no subsequent action, people do not manifest. Further, there comes a limit that limits the consciousness of many people living on planet Earth. It was funny to read and listen to the stories of people, about the human soul, which people, only in the human body, did not have, both under the heart and in other places of the human body, believing that the human soul, necessarily must be in the human body, must accumulate energy, and not die, together with the material body of a person after his death. Because, without the accumulation of already achieved knowledge and experience, which must necessarily be transmitted, the further development of a new material body and a fully human being is impossible. And after the material body of a person dies on the planet in the material world, his soul, in the form of a clot of energy, leaving the earthly body, flies away along with the information accumulated by a person, for his entire life. It is not clear where, and it is not clear why. It's in people's thoughts. And how can all this happen in reality? Many people who still have their consciousness closed will be interested to know about this. Reasonable people on planet Earth, after my publications, should reconsider their views on a person, on his soul and on many other things that happen to a person who is in the material world not by his will. To begin with, people on planet Earth must free their minds from the quagmire state, in which the mind of many people on the planet in the material world is located, without even thinking about where these people are, believing that it is necessary, not knowing their capabilities and abilities, which some people are capable of, whose consciousness can be controlled by energy forms that have a high status and high position in the energy world. In the future, intelligent people, using their consciousness and the consciousness of their energy formations that will control them, will be able to easily move their consciousness through time. Everything will depend on the level of energy development of the energy formations that will control the consciousness of these people. If you run your consciousness ahead in time, and look from this time at what was, you can see. This is when people lived and did not know what was really happening on planet Earth, and in outer space. People did not know about the existence of ancient energy worlds that ruled the material worlds, and people did not know that the consciousness of people on planet Earth is controlled by energy forms located in the energy world, which are the main component of people. People also did not know that it is the energy form, which has a personality, that is more of a person, which, using the material body of a person, his external receptors built into his material body, with the help of which, the energy form located in the energy world, controlling the movement of the material body located on the planet in the material world, can see, hear, touch, think, feel the material world in which this energy form is located, considering itself a full-fledged person of this world. How can the material bodies of people who have their own brains reconcile themselves to the fact that they are only biospace suits, with the help of which the energy forms located in the energy world can be in the material world, controlling the consciousness of material bodies specially designed for such control, which do not even understand that their material consciousness is controlled by someone? The brains of material people located on planet Earth mainly make sure that the material bodies located on the planet function correctly for the entire reincarnation period, while the material bodies are in a good, living state. I explain in a more complete, accessible presentation of the material so that it becomes clear to many people. A person consists of two parts. One part of him is his material body, which can and is on the planet, in the material world. The other part of this person, the main one, energy. The energy form, or energy formation, which controls the material part of a person located on the planet, in the material world, through the neurons of his brain, and this main energy part of a person is located in the energy world. During the creation of the material world, on planet Earth, favorable conditions were created for material bodies and for their life in this place of space near the not very bright sun, which has prospects for a long existence so that material bodies could live for a long time on the planet in the material world, in their natural habitat. The material world is a dangerous place for the energy form, in which SHE cannot be. The energy form that controls the consciousness of a person cannot be in the natural environment of the material world. Just like ball lightning, lightning cannot be located in the space of the material physical world. And only because of the protective energy shell accidentally formed during a thunderstorm, which covers the energy body of ball lightning, allows it to stay in the material world for a short time. The energy form, using the material body of a person as a biospace suit, can exist in the material world without experiencing inconvenience, considering the material world to be its natural habitat. Controlling the consciousness of the material body on a planet in the material world, the energy form can consider itself a person living on its own Earth. Using the synchronous connection of dual consciousness, the energy form can see through the eyes of a person, hear, feel its presence in this material world, and the presence of other beings on the planet. Using the sensory organs that the human body is endowed with, the energy form, connecting with its energy consciousness with the consciousness of the material body located on the planet, can control this body, activate and turn on the sensitive sensors in its body. The energy form can consider itself a person who is in its material world. Everything that happens in the material world on the planet was done in the interests of the EnergyFormations, who are supposed to control the consciousness of people who do not yet understand anything, who are not interested in their situation, who are in their wild isolation on the planet, separating these lonely people and the planet on which they are from the free worlds around them, which cannot be counted even if such a desire rises. I hope you understand who I am talking about, and you have noticed the irony with which I have described the behavior of people who think only about their material bodies on planet Earth. What can happen on the planet? Due to the fact that there is no general planetary government on planet Earth, and there are no common fair laws for all inhabitants of the planet, not fully intelligent, material bodies of people on planet Earth, which are controlled by energy forms that have gone through only a few reincarnation periods, without sufficient experience and knowledge, cannot affect the material bodies of people on planet Earth, whose consciousness they control. Therefore, people on the planet decided to play their own game, applying methods of influence to their own kind, feeling like gods, having no knowledge and support from the energy world. No one competently deals with the prolongation of the life of people's material bodies, beyond the prescribed reincarnation period, their life on the planet. Because they do not know how to do it, and energy forms do not need it at all, it is better for them to change the material body and control the new and young. I don't know why my energy form tells me about this, probably it thinks that I am already worthy of this knowledge. Perhaps this is true, she knows better. Intelligent people, whose consciousness can be controlled by energy forms that have a high position in the energy world, can already know or guess about what is happening in the material world and in outer space, while the majority of people living on planet Earth may not know anything about it at all, considering the bodies of people to be the main ones on planet Earth, which govern this planet. Now, from this moment on, you should already know that this is not the case, because it is not the bodies that decide what to do in the material world, but the energy forms that control these bodies on the planet. And what do people do on the planet Earth, on which their ancestors were settled in the past? People in this material world calm themselves down by telling themselves, again to themselves, meaning their material body, that a person is born on planet Earth, for human happiness to be happy. At the same time, these happy people, born for their personal earthly happiness, do not care at all about all the other creatures living on the planet who are going through the paths of their evolutionary development. Happiness, these people need. Basic concepts. Important. Each body located on a planet in the material world, which has 86 billion active neurons in its brain, can be controlled by an energy form that is at a certain level of its energy development from the energy world. The energy form controls the brain, and therefore the body of a person located on the planet in the material world, while the brain, the material part of a person, is mainly responsible only for the functioning of the material body located on the planet, in the material world. Energy form and material body of a person. These are different features that function interrelated in material bodies, on planets, because of the work of synchronous control, a single divided consciousness. One part of the divided consciousness of a person, the material part, is located in the brain of a person in the material world on the planet, and this material part of a person is activated at the moments of his awakening and wakefulness in the material world. The other part of a person, the main one, is energetic, which can be constantly in an active state, controlling the material body of a person, affecting the neurons of his brain. This main, energetic part of a person controls the consciousness of the material body. This main part of a person is located in the energy world. Rationality and irrationality of material bodies in the material world. Not a rational person, whose energy form, in the energy world, has a small number of reincarnations up to 9. The initial level of energy intelligence, from 10 or more reincarnations. The more reincarnations an energy form undergoes while controlling bodies on material planets, the more experience it acquires and, accordingly, this increases its status and position in the energy world. The energy form, having experience, can already affect the consciousness of the material part of the person, which it controls, activating his unused areas of the brain, enabling the material body of a person to use and apply previously unused abilities. An energy form that has undergone 50 or more reincarnations in the material worlds and has accumulated a great potential for positive energy may already have a high position in the energy world. She is already beginning to be entrusted with certain tasks, on planets and in outer space. An energy form that has undergone 60 or more reincarnations in the material worlds, has accumulated a charge and a great potential of positive energy, already has a high status and a higher position in the energy world. She is already entrusted with special tasks for a certain purpose on planets and in space. It can already carry out tasks coming even from the Supreme Council, which is connected with the higher mind. After 60 reincarnations, the energy consciousness of the energy form is already beginning to connect with the consciousness of the brain of a person who is in the material world. By connecting with the energy consciousness of the energy form, the person it controls on the planet can already receive information and the necessary knowledge telepathically. A person is not only his material body. If you ask an unreasonable person, what is a man? He will tell you about the human body, about his virtues, because he perceives a person only as his body, which is located on a planet in the material world. Because the other part of a person, the energetic, his energy form, is hidden from perception in the material world, but at the same time, it exists and is the main component of a person, endowing him with personality. Important. Without the influence of the energy form on the human body, the human body will resemble a vegetable. To a greater extent, a person is not a material body, but his energy form, which can be on a planet in the material world, with the help of this material body, specially created and adapted, for a life on the planet in the material world, which is a biospace suit, for the energy form that controls its material body, from the energy world. The energy form, with the help of a material body, can be located on any material planet in the material worlds in the galaxy. The energy form can see, hear, perceive what is happening in the material world on the planet. The energy form located in the material world on planet Earth, in the body of the material part of a person, controlling his brain, and therefore his body, as a biospace suit, feels like a full-fledged person with a personality. The energy form, he does not even doubt it. And the material part of a person, his body, having a brain, cannot even imagine that someone can constantly control his body, to direct his actions, to influence his behavior, to predetermine his desires, taking actions so that this material body can choose the routes of movement on the planet in the material world, and do everything possible so that the desires of the energy form, the main part of the person, can be fulfilled. All this, on the material planet, is done by the energy forms, and not by the brains of people, who mainly monitor the material bodies and their proper functioning on the planet in the material world. The brain of a person on the planet is mainly engaged in triggering physiological processes in the human body, performing certain commands that support the vital activity of the material body, such as sleep, activation of memory, search for viruses that have entered the body, etc. These commands, laid down in the general program created for Earthlings, are carried out by all inhabitants of the planet to maintain the vital activity of their material bodies. To fully tell you how the energy form, the main energy part of a person, controls his consciousness, it will take a very long time, because this is a very broad topic. Simplifying a large material, I can only say, the control of a person on the planet is carried out through a double consciousness, which is simultaneously located in the brain of a person who is in the material world, and in the energy brain, his energy form, located in the energy world, which controls the body, the human brain, from the energy world through control signals affecting the neurons of his brain. The simultaneous work of a large number of active neurons of the human brain carries out and maintains communication with the energy world, so the connection with the material body located on the planet in the material world is instantaneous. A material person, busy with his own affairs on the planet, going to his cherished goal to place his body where this body will be comfortable, cannot even understand and feel that his consciousness and his body are constantly controlled by someone. From the author. For the especially developed, no one asks the material body of a person if he wants to be on the planet in the material world. He is reassured by the fact that he is promised that he will be able to make a choice in the material world, but in fact it is not the body that makes a choice on the planet in the material world, but the energy form that controls his consciousness and body. Don't you think this indicates deception and coercion, where, through the suffering of the material body, the energy form can rise to its status and position in the energy world, having eternal life? And the body on the planet in the material world is surrounded by laws aimed at its oppression. Those who want to oppress others, and at the same time, live well on the planet in the material world, are the majority, without thinking about what will happen later, after. Fantastic reality. Continuation. Part 2. Energy forms. The energy form is the main part of a person. The author of the publication is Anatoly Sem. October 2, 2026. To be continued.